know how we do it in Yorkshire. We still get packs and put it in portions. Back then we were smashing up courses. YJ Beamers still get tortured. Course I'm still in the hood, but I might cook food. Check Mike in the orchard. Drink game live, did that off a boredom. Thirsty, go to the barman, saw him. You know how we do it in Leeds. Still chasing goals and dreams and peace. Lynch, but my dogs still get off beans. Drunk in a cup like we don't need sleep. I don't cheat and sleep. Seats for the week. Have you done 20 bar in a week? 20 bar from the street. I'm knee deep. It's me and Big Mike on the beat.
As soon as the whistle's blown, I'm here to gloat. It was a brilliant match to watch. I was watching it as an Arsenal supporter, but I was also watching it as an FPL player. This is the best triple captain I've ever wasted in my life. I put triple captain on Ekatike. And if Wolves didn't win, and I wasted that, it's a waste anyway, obviously. I actually was meant to cancel it. But if Wolves didn't win, I would have been frigging screwed. But you know what? That last 15 minutes was brilliant. And if I didn't have so much riding on this FPL, I wouldn't have watched it so intently to notice all the small details of Liverpool's lacklustre performance. Now, what's it called? Let me look real quick. My man who brushed Tolu Orakode brushed Van Dijk aside, showed Van Dijk what African power means. Yeah, not no Netherlands power, African power. Brushed him aside, and the layoff to Rodrigo Gomez. Oh my gosh, and the touch from Rodrigo and the finish, sublime. Salah scored his first goal since October. It was a very important goal for him. I actually thought when he scored the goal, I became a Liverpool fan for 2 seconds because I was thinking, yeah, Ekatike is going to lift his head up and think I can get the winner here. Winner, 3 points, triple captain, turned to 9. Boom, licked it. No, sir. Because when Andre got on the ball, the crowd shouted, "Shoot!" And my man shot and got the deflection in the back of the net. I couldn't be any more happy for Wolves. I really couldn't. For Wolverhampton. Yeah, and there's certain Liverpool fans that were getting on to us, getting on to us for letting a 2-goal lead. Now it's still embarrassing. I'm not trying to get away from that. It is still an embarrassing letting 2-goal lead. But now it's not no easy thing, It's not no easy thing. Now you see from experience. Or it's just hard to go up a level because you think, it's easy pickings and blah blah. Nah, no sir. Not Wolves. Yeah? They're not no sheep. They're wolves. They'll nyam you up, Liverpool. They nyammed you up. Yeah, it was a brilliant match to watch. Brilliant match. I actually was trying to do a full match preview on it, but TikTok. I didn't realise that doing a live on TikTok when you're on your. Oh shit! This might be too loud. Let me turn this down. Yeah. Let me turn this down. I didn't know that doing a live on TikTok would be so long and difficult on your computer, man. Trying to set up TikTok on my computer, trying to get lives on and blah blah blah. Didn't realise it was going to be so long, man. But anyway, I had to apply for something to get onto TikTok Studio. Got to wait 3 days. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I might be doing something wrong, but I'm gonna wait the 3 days. So ain't no lives or no match analysis or match commentating going on in these next couple of days. But quality. Now there's been a conspiracy. And the conspiracy, it's not by me. I'm just a gooner conspiracist. Sometimes it's better it comes from other people. You know, like how if you tell your 14-year-old son he stinks, you as your parent, you don't care. You smell him, you smell his dirty nappies. You know what I mean? You don't care. But when his friends or a gal tells him he stinks, he's scrubbing himself on having a shower 2-3 times a day. Yeah? Sometimes it's better hearing it from other people. It gets a better response. Yeah? So, I'm not going to say nothing because I'm a gooner conspiracist and you expect this to come from me. Where this is going to come from, this is going to come from the complete opposite. It's going to come from a man that I've hailed on a previous one. So, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to say nothing else, yeah? Nothing else.
I hate long throw-ins. I hate these corners. It's like watching Wimbledon in the early 90s, and people used to take the piss. So the Premier League just need to tweak the rules a little bit. My opinion.
I'm not against it. I agree with you completely that they can't do it mid-season because some teams have benefited through being able to do it, and some people have been penalised for it. You can't suddenly stop it halfway through because I think you can't change rules in the middle of the season. You damage the integrity. You know, sometimes it's why the handballs this weekend confuse me. The Declan Rice handball, the Nunes handball, and everybody's going on about Man United's red card, which I agree Cunha went down easy, but he's definitely being pulled. And if anybody wants...
But just jumping in on that, you're absolutely spot on because I watched the Man City Liverpool game. Gahey pulls Salah down in the box. That's probably going to cost Arsenal the title then, because this is where I can't do. I have That's Football, I do this, I have United Stand, and maybe we're very popular because we don't do the whole red tinted glasses stuff all the time. And when Cunha went down, I instantly said, I'm not going to lie, I could sit here going, get him off, this, that, and the other, but I'll get clipped up by people who watch That's Football. That's not a red card for me. That's so soft. Fair play to Cunha, but ultimately it's on the PGMOL. Go and watch the Gahey clip on Salah and then tell me that that's a red card on Cunha. It's not. But that's the inconsistency, isn't it?
But this is where I agree on you about not having the red tinted glasses. I thought Gahey's on Salah was a penalty and red card. I felt it carried on into the box, and you could see Mo Salah's going to get onto the ball, and he's at the same angle as Cunha, and he's going to have a shot. And Mo Salah, I know Mo Salah's had 9 games without a goal, but Mo Salah having a shot from there is a clear goal scoring opportunity. It 100% should have been a red card to Gahey and a penalty.
But when they don't give it, they shouldn't give it in a Man United game.
This is where I agree. So for me, well, I agree, but in reverse. I think it's a foul. So then they shouldn't not give it for me to Cunha. They need to give the right decision. But the problem is they defended their decision with Salah and said it was the correct one.
Now I really wonder if, you know, back in 2004, back in 2000, 1990s, between, let's say 1995 to 2005, I wonder if these same Man United supporters, no dig Terry, this might be I've hailed you up, so let me give it I wonder if these opinions would have been the same. I wonder if these opinions of, if it's been given, if it hasn't been given one way, it shouldn't be given the other. I wonder if these, you know, this stand for double standards, this rebellion for double standards, yeah, I wonder if it would have still been there. There's no proof. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you would have been ready to have that conversation at them times. I wasn't, but I really wonder if that would have been something that would have been... We've got VAR now, so we can look back at it over and over again. You know, we've even got BBC iPlayer, you know, we can look back at it over and over and over again, you know, from our own home. You know, we've got YouTube, we've got so many things that we as fans can look at these footages over and over again and rile ourselves up and get mad. Not unless we recorded every match and was waiting for something to watch all over and over again on a, you know, tape recorder. So we've got this advantage to be able to say if it was given one way, it was given the other. But usually when injustices happen, you just had to get mad at the time and just let it go, because you only see it again if they wanted you to see it again, which they didn't. referees had a easier time back then. Now there's a lot more scrutiny, and that's even with an extra official that can stop it, start it, rewind it, has 5 minutes to make a decision, come like rugby and that, and it's more pressure than ever. But let me go back and say, nah, you lot, you're having a very, very good conversation about the conspiracy of being robbed. Because was Arsenal robbed? We wasn't, because it wasn't directly to us. I class us as being robbed. I class as Skelly, the Skelly red card. I class a couple of red cards that we've received, I'm sure, from Michael Oliver as well last season and the season before. I class them as robberies more than the indirects of, fouls not being given to another team in another match, because that could have been a very important decision that could have made City drop points, or stop them from gaining the 3 points, whichever way you want to put it. So I wouldn't say they got robbed, but I've got a conspiracy. I'd say they got pickpocketed. It's robbed. It's robbed. It's still robbed. All right. They got burgled. Yeah, they got burgled. Yeah, robbed is street robbery. You got robbed straight in your face. Boom, in the match there and then. They got burgled. Yeah, and burglaries doesn't carry a heavy sentence like robberies. You see, burglaries, you might not even go to jail. You might just get off with a little community service, a little fine or something. So burglaries aren't that bad, criminal wise, and in this metaphorical or analogy, yeah, or in any sort of analogy, like, so it's really not that deep, but I appreciate you guys bringing this up.
My personal feeling is they're both fouls, they're both red cards, they're both penalties, but I understand the pushback. But what I found was really interesting in the United game is Lacroix's handball. No one anywhere has discussed it. That was the worst handball of the weekend, and but it was 3 handballs in 2 days that have been given all season, and for whatever reason this weekend they decided not to give them. Now, whether there's been a briefing and they've said, we're no longer going to give handballs if it's in close proximity or if they're grappling on the ball, fine, but 1, you've got to tell us, and 2, what about all the poor sods that have conceded penalties for that already this season? How is that integral to the league that you've changed the handball rule at some stage? And all of that needs to be looked at. But in terms of how you play, I agree that they should change up. For me, I would add a box within the 6-yard box. There's 2 new lines inside the 6-yard box. It isn't going to take too much work. And no one's allowed in it, or no more than 1 player can be in it. If you're in there and you touch the goalkeeper, it's going to be a foul. Bring something in that's very easy to manage that stops the crowding of the goalkeeper. I actually think a lot of Arsenal's corners they score, where their players run from deep, out-jump their opponents and bullet the ball in with their head. I'm not against that. That, for me, is not what's in question here. What's for me, I don't even mind the grappling amongst players. I'm not against that. Because for me, both sides do it to each other. It's really normal. If they want to get rid of it, get rid of it. But for me, it's the crowding of the goalkeeper is the one bit I look at, and I'm just not a fan of it. But I think time limits, I've been asking for this for 20 years, Mark. My first ever time I went on TalkSport years ago, before I ever thought I'd do this, there was this show where Adrian Durham and Darren Goff were saying, what 1 rule would you change in football? And I said, time wasting. And I said, everything has to be taken within 10 seconds. And my punishments were quite harsh, like goal kick, 10 seconds. If you don't, it's a penalty to the other team. It looks like they're bringing in, maybe not the punishments I wanted, but they're bringing in those rules finally. I agree with all of that. But the one thing that I don't know how you address this, look at this, is up to date as of this weekend. Look at how deep the defences are against Arsenal. You then get Brighton, United.
Yeah, I'm not really going to follow any more of that. It kind of went left. I mean, yeah, robberies, defensive lines. We already know this. There's nothing new there with how deep, players, teams play against us. We know this. We're at the top of the league. We do play beautiful football if teams open up. So, you know, they can call us ugly, they can call us set piece FC, but open up in it if we set piece FC, and then we'll see what I go on in it. It's the same with Man City, to be fair to them, you know. Everybody has learned how to defend against them, so it's harder for them to play wonderful football like how they've done over the years. You know, a lot of teams was very stubborn and didn't really get the message and find the recipe to shut that down. You know what I mean? They didn't really find the recipe, but everyone's found a recipe now, coincidentally, when it comes to Arsenal. And you just use it against Man City, and Bob's your uncle, innit? Every man behind the ball. Don't really commit too much forward. Try catch you on the counter. You know, Chelsea park the bus sort of technique, innit? Jose Mourinho, well done. You've brought something that has made the whole league boring rather than your own team when you won the Champions League. Anyway, moving on. Nah, moving on. I'm done, man. I'm done. Yo, thank you very much, Liverpool. Yo, Hits, I'm messaging you soon. Yeah, Hits. I'm sending you a message right now, in fact. Yo, peace. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click the hype button. I'm going to put it, where is it? I'm gonna go. Bing! Click the hype button there. And bing! Subscribe there, Declan Rice. Yeah.
You wanna know how we do it in Yorkshire? We still get packs and put it in portions. Back then we were smashing up courses. YJ Beamers still get tortured. Course I'm still in the hood, but I might cook food. Check Mike in the orchard. Drink game live, did that off a boredom. Thirsty, go to the barman, saw him. You know how we do it in Leeds, still chasing goals and dreams and peace. Lynch, but my dogs still get off beans. Drunk in a cup like we don't need sleep. I don't cheat and sleep. Seats for the week. Have you done 20 bar in a week? 20 far from the street. I'm knee deep. It's me and Big Mike on the beat.